Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Carl Bernadotte and I lead our global executive search and integration team here. And I'm joined by my esteemed colleague, Utku, to talk a little bit about why you joined IBM and what that journey has been. So Utku, tell us about you.
Thank you, Carl. First of all, I am very happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me. Name is Utku Onsipahioglu. I am a vice president in our corporate development team. I oversee deal execution for IBM globally.
Excellent, excellent. So Utku, let's start with a rapid fire round.
Sure.
Coffee or tea?
Interestingly, so I'm originally from Turkey, and Turkey is known to be like one of the highest per capita tea consuming countries in the world. But I'll go with coffee. It's my, this is my source of energy, so I'll pick coffee here. Sorry, the rest of the Turkish people out there.
But I'll say, as an American, right, like we tend to think coffee, and I'm a big tea drinker. Like I only drink tea. I don't actually like the taste of coffee. So nice reversal there. Slack or email?
I do both. I find Slack to be very efficient, right? Actually, it's more like a text messaging to me, and then you don't have those sort of like the proper structuring you don't need, and it's very fast. Yeah. Email, I liked it a lot for senior alignment, right?
Yes.
And I use both, and I'm on top of it on like both systems.
Love that. AI assistant or manual work?
Anything that AI can efficiently do, I'll pick AI assistant for sure.
Agreed. Earlier adopter, or do you kind of like wait and see second round innovators?
No, I'm an early adopter. I like trying things early on. I want to be stay on top of technology, so early adopter for sure.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Data or instinct?
This is a tough one. Both are important in M&A. I can tell you that for sure. Part of investing is about instinct, but I'm very data-driven, right?
Okay.
If the data is there, it proves the facts. It's all about between. I have a big emphasis on data. My team knows it, so I'll pick data.
Okay. Work in silent or a work playlist?
Silence. I like working in silence. Yeah, easier to concentrate.
Me too. Listen, I love a good playlist, but
sure, yeah,
working in silent is the way to go. Excellent. Excellent. I really want to understand kind of from you, like why corporate development and what your vision is for the future of IBM in this space.
Yeah. So maybe just let's talk about corporate development a little bit and what we do. Our job is to very fundamentally, I'm going to keep it simple, is buying companies for IBM or divesting our divisions that are either underperforming or non-core. There's a lot of competition for M&A out there, meaning there are a lot of buyers, strong buyers. Our vision for the corporate development team is to have the reputation in the market that we would be the preferred buyer of top quality assets. Amazing. What that means is that we want sellers to come to us. We want sellers to interact with us. We want them to sell their companies to us. Yeah. Because all things equal, there's a lot of capital in the market, right? Yeah. But reputation, speed, credibility, right? Having the right terms, those are important. And the entire vision we've set for the corporate development team is to make sure that we execute efficiently. We are fair to people, right? We manage processes in the right way so that when there's a really top quality asset out there, they come to IBM.
That's amazing.
That's the vision.
That's amazing. Okay, when you first started thinking about your next chapter, tell me what interested you about IBM and why you ultimately chose to come here?
That is a great question. I was on the investment banking side, meaning I was working with large corporate clients, similar to IBM. I was the agent and advisor in transactions, but I was not the ultimate decision maker in transactions. I decided to make a switch from investment banking to a place where I can actually be in the driver's seat, right, in transactions. And that meant corp dev and other things, but corp dev was I think the prominent one. And at that point, what you want to do in your career is you want to go to a corporate development team where there's true deal momentum, there's velocity, M&A is important for the organization. And I think that was the main point around decision making, right? M&A is really front and center for IBM and IBM's portfolio transformation and for IBM's equity story. I think that's how I ultimately decided on joining IBM and not somewhere else.
Well, amazing. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah. And I have one more for you, which is around, sometimes it's small moments, right? It's not always big moments. There are those small moments that you can kind of look back on and say, that was pivotal. That was a pivotal moment in my career. What has been that moment for you?
You mean in my journey to join IBM? Is that,
yeah.
Okay. Look, I think the important step in that process was actually my conversation with Alex Stern. I very clearly remember I went up to Armonk to meet with him, and how he laid out the grand vision right in front of me, the importance of M&A, the role I'm going to be playing, how we will, transform the portfolio towards data, AI, and hybrid cloud, the type of companies we're looking at. It's just the impact, the visibility, and the deal volume, the velocity, all of these things. I mean, the conversation. And look, he's a very effective speaker and a good salesperson. You gotta give him that, right? I think that was the point where I decided, well, IBM is the right home for me. This is where I can accomplish great things with this organization, and we can bring it to the, onwards and upwards. And I think it's going beautifully.
Yeah, it's been a match made in heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Utku, I want to thank you so much for taking the time, sharing your journey and why you joined IBM. We'll probably be checking back with you as this journey progresses, but we're very much looking to the future. And I think IBM is just getting started.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the time.